This video explains how to get the access to the NGA research code maintained by the Professor Hussein Kasbawi at Arizona State University. The first thing you need to do is to get an account in Bitbucket. So in my case, I have this Bitbucket. So you need to get an account in this website called the Bitbucket. This website maintains the several the code repositories. This you can get the free account. Then you need to get your login information, ID, and so on, so you can be added to the Professor Kasbawi's the NGA research code repository. Then you first get a Bitbucket account. That's the first thing you need to do. And the next thing you need to do is to forward your information, including the Bitbucket account, to me. Then I will forward that information to Professor Kasbawi so that he can add you to his repository. He can add you to the list of the people who can access his repository. And once that's done, then you will be able to see this KRG at ASU, the repository, or you can click the your profile top right, and I have a two recent workspace. But this is the NGA workspace. Click this, then I actually see the same information. So I have some information. I don't have a lot of the information, but if there's a repository, then you can see that three repositories for now. First one is the prerequisite. This is the first thing you need to install. Then Leap. I think this is an interface between prerequisites and NGA. I'm not 100% sure. Then there's NGA. This is a main research code, CFD code. And to download everything, the first thing you need to do is to set up a public key. So the reason why you do this is that if you want to download all the codes in the SSH environment, you need to set up the key so that you can open up the repository and access the repository remotely. So the way you do this is click this settings, and there is a personal Bitbucket settings. Choose this one, and there are a bunch of menus. So under the security, there is a SSH keys. So with these keys, you can remotely access this Bitbucket repository. Without it, you cannot access. Okay, let's try this. So let's first try that the. So first go to the prerequisites, and this is the one of the repositories you need to download and install so that you can run NGA code. So the first thing you want to do is to clone. So, but before you clone it, first you need to check which branch it is. So click this one. This is master branch. Looks like there is only one type of the branch. If you have a code repository, you can have a multiple different versions. In this case, master is usually the most stabilized version, but they may have different branches. For now, we have only one. I'll explain that later. So I know it's just a master branch that I need to clone. So you want to clone this branch. Press clone, and this is the command you can just copy. And of course, you can wait, not this one. If you click these three dots, you can actually download in a form of the zip file. So yes, but in this case, I won't do this. I'll just clone it. So then this is a git command, and by which you can clone a repository. Press this button so that you can copy to the clipboard. Then open up the terminal. In my case, I'll open a new window and move it here. So I'll be downloading this repository in the Sol cluster. So if you watch my previous video, if you type Sol, it's gonna be getting me to the Sol cluster without typing all the login information. So my present working directory is my home directory. It's just surprisingly slow for some reason. So I don't have any contents in my directory because I didn't set it up. But I want to, usually what you want to do is to create the directory called codes, and you want to keep all the CFD codes or any post-processing code right here under this code. So again, try to always use the auto completion, because I only have one directory named codes. If you type C and press tab, then it's going to auto complete. So the reason why I have a slash is that this is a directory. Let's go into codes. So this is now I'm under my home directory, which is the JKIM520, and I'm on the directory codes. Of course, I don't have anything because I didn't have any file there. Now I want to paste this cloning command. Okay, it's taking some time. So now I want to download the prerequisites repository to my account in the Soul cluster, and trying to clone it, but there is a fatal error because we cannot read the remote repository. The permission is denied because we don't have public key. Okay, meaning that I need to set up the public key before I clone it. So again, go to setting and Bitbucket setting. I need to set up the SSH key. So you can see that I already have 3 locations at which I can access the Bitbucket. One is the Agave cluster, one is the iMac I have at home, and my office iMac. So how do I do this? I want to add a key, okay, to the Bitbucket so that the remote computer can access to the Bitbucket repository. Press Add key. So need to name it as Agave. So let's have something like this. The label distinguishes different public keys. So again, you want to access the Bitbucket, so you can access from the multiple different locations, such as your computer. Then you need to have a different label so that you can distinguish ASU Soul cluster. And what is the key? I need to press the key here. Then let's go back to the Soul cluster. So go to your home directory to create a public key. Go to home directory, and this is indeed my home directory. I have codes because I just created, but to access your public key, then let's go into the .ssh cd. Okay, it's surprisingly slow. So by the way, there is an instruction about how to create the public key. Let's click this if you haven't done it. So it's quite easy to do it. So two-step verification is always more secure, but I'm not using it, although I think I should do it. If you scroll down and SSH public key, personal SSH key on macOS, view topic. Oh, maybe not Mac, because I'm trying to create the SSH key on the Soul cluster, which is a Linux. So how do I create the SSH key? I talk about it, but it's generate SSH key. It's taking some time. Generate new SSH key, SSH agent. So this is a different the resource. Maybe this is not the one I'm trying to find. Keygen. Okay. There are a lot of information. So when you use a Linux, it's what's most important is to find the information efficiently without spending too much time. Was it? Maybe this one. I'm not 100% sure. How do I generate SSH? Okay, maybe SSH keygen. Remember, I actually how to generate SSH key. Okay, yeah, maybe this one. Okay, I think this is the comment that I want. So here I'm in the Soul cluster, and even though I already have this ID rsa.pub, this is your public SSH key. Let me create it one more time. Let me erase it. RM means remove. It's a command deleting a file. -F, it enforces. It doesn't ask whether I'm interested in removing this one. So let's do the auto completion ID. But now it stops because there is two files, idrsa.pub. So now I need to auto complete. I just erase my public key. Clear. I don't have that file anymore. So what I want to do is I want to create a new public key, ssh-keygen-trsa. Then it's going to be asking you, so generating public key or private key pair. So which file do you want to use? So this is my default file and already exists override, yes. And the passphrase is empty. Let's make it empty, just press enter. And again, just press the enter. So now you're going to be able to see this strange image. I actually don't know what that is. Maybe just this some. So the key is overwritten. Now again, even though I deleted previously, this pub file is now showing here. So I want to see the content using the cat command. Now the public key is right here. You want to copy Command C, Command V, but you want to paste it into the Bitbucket. So press Add key. I just created the public key for Soul. You just simply paste it here. Okay, you can see that this is from the public key from the Soul cluster. Scroll down and yeah, something like this. Okay, so and there is also the instruction about how to generate the key. So add key. So key is added just now. So let's go back to Soul cluster and I want to go up or go to the home directory. Okay, let's go into the codes. Previously, I wasn't able to clone the repository. So again, choose clone, copy, go back to terminal, and so I'm in the codes, simply copy and paste. Now prerequisites repository can be downloaded. You can see that I don't have any error message. Everything is done. And if I type ls, then now I have a prerequisites for nga. Let's go in and check what I have. I just have 3 files. This is done because you can see that in the repository I have 3 files. I simply cloned the repository. So I should stop here because I already spent too much time. But again, this is how you set up the public key and the download repository from the Bitbucket.